Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's Thursday night. For those of you who don't know, the big Visual Arts Passage logo there, that's who brings Drawing Hive to you. Check us out if you're interested in upping your game as an artist. We help people develop careers as illustrators and painters through an online mentorship program. So if you don't know about us, check us out. We're good at it. Tonight, we were drawing horses. The Kentucky Derby. I thought it was timely. Um, then I started messing around a few minutes before and then realized horses are really hard to draw. I haven't drawn one in a while. and
They are.
you can get it wrong quickly. And if it's wrong, it shows up fast. So test yourself. We got four great poses. This was actually the winner, Golden Tempo, I believe, of this year's 152nd running uh, of the Kentucky Derby. I don't
Big,
know.
the
I
big
don't
horse
remember
race.
all the names of the other horses, but
Yeah.
they're all related. They all ran in the Derby, and these are just fantastic shots.
They are.
Yep. That's definitely from a movie or something, I think. Right?
No, it's from
Okay.
this year's Kentucky Derby.
Wow.
These are all from this year?
Yeah, so supposedly, well,
Yeah.
they're all associated with it. They may be from
Okay.
another race, but
I got it.
they
I got
ran
it.
in the
Yeah,
race.
that makes sense. All right, checks out.
Yeah. All right, we're ready to draw. We you can choose one. You can draw them all. We do three poses, two 20-minute poses, and one 40-minute pose. I'm all set to go. And
All right.
then say hi to Charlie and Cassandra that are here with us tonight.
Yeah, we've got some great people on the panel. We might see some more friendly faces joining us later. If you're new, if you've never drawn with us before, I'm going to drop a link to the photo reference in the chat along with our Discord server. If you don't know what Discord is, that's okay. It's a fun place where everybody gets together during the show and also all throughout the week. They share their art. Best part about it is, though, during tonight, please draw along, please share your work, and we're going to check it out on the episode. So please join us. It should be a fun one. I'm excited to see horses because I believe we did a hat episode of the Kentucky Derby. We did something like that at one point.
Feels right, but I can't remember.
We surely did. We surely did.
That sounds like a fun one too.
I'll have
Yeah.
to like go back through the cardboard. I keep meaning to make a cardboard stack and take a picture just
Yeah.
from all those years of doing that one. I'll get back to cardboard too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this is fun. Do you guys ever watch the Derby?
Oh
It,
yeah,
yeah.
I got to see uh, Secretariat live. I mean, not
What?
there, but I got to see Secretariat. No, Secretariat
Really?
live on TV.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah,
What year was
watched
that?
them. Oh, it had to be in the mid 70s, I would
Oh, I
guess.
thought when you said that, I was like, I thought Secretariat was like 1940s, and I was like,
No,
that's
no, no.
hysterical.
Secretariat was a 70s.
This is when I find out John was actually 80, 85 years old.
He just ages really well.
Yeah, yeah, he does. Yeah, yeah, no. I've never watched the Kentucky Derby.
I feel like I
Maybe,
should have a mint julep or something.
yeah,
Goes by
yeah.
fast, I'll tell you that much.
That's what I'm saying. They should do a second lap or a third lap or something. It's way too fast. You know? Yeah. Um, yeah. I'm a big fan of races, though. I like a race. Secretariat is Secretariat. Do you know much about horse racing, John?
It's like every last year, all the horses were descendants in the Kentucky Derby of Secretariat. This year,
That doesn't sound.
19 of them were. There
That
was
doesn't sound like.
they pulled
Yeah.
one. It was most successful horse ever.
That doesn't sound like a minor inbreeding issue at all.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, their ears are on their tails. And you're like, it's it's a secretariat thing.
Well, and I know the winner uh of the Derby, the trainer was female, and I think it's the first female trainer to win, right?
Correct.
Have
Correct.
Really?
ever win. So that's exciting.
Um, I've never watched. I should have said this. I've watched horse races before. I've just never watched the Kentucky Derby. Um, there are a lot of actually around this time of year. There's a bunch of horse races in South Kansas City. A lot of people don't know about,
Hmm.
and it's quite a fun time. And I befriended one of the jockeys. I think I've talked about this here. It's
Really?
a blast. Yeah. You go buy you buy it's pretty it's not as established as the Kentucky Derby. It's a South Kansas City Derby, so you're buying you know eight eight cans of Modelo from somebody that's it's just it's in a plastic grocery bag. They're all loose, and if you bring cash, you just there's just loose betting. It's actually the most fun I've ever had because you just went up to the bar. You're right up to the track. It's a straight track, and it's usually two horses at a time, and you can go right up to it, and then there will just be a person there taking bets. It's definitely not legal. I'm pretty sure gambling is not allowed like that.
Jimmy just sunk the whole thing.
Yeah, sorry guys. And yeah, it's a blast. It's so much fun, and it's it's not probably not above board. I'm not sure if it is or not. I'm gonna say probably it is. I'm sure that they did due diligence. Um, but
With the amount of confidence you're speaking in, I
yeah, but it's a
totally
blast.
believe you.
If you live in Kansas City, or if you're coming through Kansas City, you find a Sunday that they're doing it. I cannot recommend it enough. It's a total blast. Um, Everybody seems to really love and care for the animals. I did get to see one race where there was definitely it feels like you're watching a competition like in Mad Max because they're they're like going down the track, these two guys next to each other, and just one of them is slightly behind and it's very tight quarters, and he just I don't know what it is, the stick, it's not a the whip isn't the right word, it's like a
Crop.
the prop. Yeah.
Crop.
Okay. He just started hitting the other jockey
You
with
started hitting
it.
the other jockey?
Yeah, he started hitting the other jockey.
Oh my
And
God.
uh and it was an amazing display of poor sportsmanship that really you had to tip your cap to it, you know? You
It
have to
was
be
so
like, oh.
bad, you had to respect it.
Yeah, you have to be like, yeah, you only care about winning. You don't care about acceptance. You don't care
Yeah,
about you
a
truly
very
have Michael. Yeah, Charlie.
authentically
Yeah, you just
bad
yeah,
attitude,
yeah.
not
It
hiding it.
yeah, it's Michael Jordan energy on the track. And the best part was like so the guy gets to the end and then I'm just kind of like, wow, like is that gonna how are they gonna handle that? Like because that serious that complicates the people are betting on it. It complicates the entire race because you're like that wasn't very fair. And then it became clear that the other guy's team just went in and you just see a jockey get yanked off a horse so fast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a pretty aggressive scene. And so yeah, if you're in Kansas City, go check it out. It's South Kansas City racetrack.
Feels like you're going to like an MMA fight, kind of.
It's not that. No, that's just like one extraordinary scene I saw. I would say probably like nine. Yeah, I mean more than nine times out of ten. But
It's just
Each
normal
other.
Kansas culture.
yeah, yeah, no. Most of the time it's it's the times that I've been like three or four times, and it's usually like pretty family
Tamer.
friendly. You know. What did I just
Up
describe?
until
It
this
doesn't.
point, like I
Yeah,
feel
I'll
like you're
bring your
telling me very
family.
two different stories.
Bring your family. I would bring my family. Yeah, we got Raymond Bonilla here. How about
Hey
that,
Ray,
Ray? You're
he's
muted, but
still muted.
yeah. Charlie, did you
for
start
s-
drawing right when
for
we went
six
live? Oh, sorry.
I
Go
did,
ahead.
yeah. I
Yeah.
I got a little better setup this time than last week, so hopefully can see what I'm doing here.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the problem, Charlie. We'd rather not you not because you're really good at drawing. So I maybe we could do we do a John angle like that where you just see
Yeah.
yourself lounging.
Yeah, John. John's like, oh shit.
Oh, did I not change my? I'm sorry. Yeah, I have to do other stuff,
It's only
Ray.
episode 297, sweating bullets before 300.
Check it out, kids. This is how real artists live. They just lounge back.
Yeah.
I feel like Lou Rider music can play while he's just like chilled with one arm over the back of his chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boop,
Yeah.
boop, 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 boop.
Hey, where you been? What have you been working on?
Working on I just shipped 6 paintings for a show in Denver.
Oh,
That's I think about
Wow.
how did the shipping go?
it
Packing them up.
was I have a shipper in
Oh,
town
good.
that specializes in art shipping, which is great.
Oh, that's
And
crazy.
yeah, yeah, and so it's pricey when you're
Yeah.
shipping a 30 by 60 and a 36 by 48 painting.
What was the
What
That's
subject?
wooden
can I
panel.
ask? You don't have to tell exact amount, but like what's a range that would be reasonable for that?
Uh, for to the cost to ship it or the
Yeah,
price of the
cost of
painting.
shipping.
I mean, I don't mind talking about it. I mean,
All
you're
right,
looking
yeah.
at over a grand is what it cost. Yeah,
Yeah.
to ship to where I'm at in my gallery in Denver. So,
Are they being created
um,
together?
I think they're being sent. The way they worked it out was they were going to do that, but then they said it was cheaper to send them out separately.
What were the dimensions again?
Um, 30
30
by
by
60
60.
and
Okay.
then 36 by 48. So 3 foot by 4 foot and
Really?
36, yeah, 30 by
What what
60.
um what what dials up the cost so much?
Well, one, going to Colorado is just expensive. I just
Yeah.
shipping to Colorado,
Okay.
it was
Insurance?
expensive.
What was that, John?
Insurance?
Yeah, insurance as well.
The insurance like on that? Like what? Do you
It
just are you
depends on how
using
much
it for the
want to
cost of
put
the
on
paint?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like it gets really pricey if you get nuts, but it depends on the piece.
Would
Um,
you recommend ever just like like okay, so like as a business, you kind of got to assume like any business, you're like this is a thing that's been fabricated in-house, right? That
mhm.
doesn't diminish the cost of it, but it does make it true that if something terrible happens to it and it had to be fully replaced, that's not a um, $0 expense, but it's not the cost of the sale to your
Right,
business, is what I'm saying. And
right.
so,
Yep.
do you recommend artists lowball the estimated value when they insure?
Oh,
Because I
I don't think
would.
I'm comfortable. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I think you should do whatever you're comfortable doing.
Yeah.
I think it
Because
depends on the price of the piece too.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if it's a $60,000 painting, uh, might be
Well,
a different
but
story,
does the
But
price of the piece actually? I, I'm just saying personally, like as like a
yeah.
business owner, like if I was shipping something, I would not insure it for what the market says it's valued at. I would insure it for what it costs me.
Well, like,
Does that
Right.
okay,
make sense?
I
Like,
had a
Hmm.
friend,
yeah.
I won't say his name, but he did a
We'll call him Dale, right, Cassandra? We'll just say that.
he did a $16,000 piece
Okay.
and he only insured it for $1,000 and it was lost and it took him a really long
Okay.
time
Ooh.
to do it. So that was his pay that he lost and it was a commission and they canceled the commission because they were tired of waiting and didn't want to wait any longer. So
Okay.
like he fully
Huh.
lost all the time, like money, all of that went
Yeah.
into it and the piece was gone. So like I
Hmm.
think
Wow.
you need to take into consideration if the piece is lost, how will that affect you too?
Yeah. I guess it is really dependent on the replication time too.
Yeah, I
Because
Hmm.
mean
my
that was
opinion
like
would be if you're in that situation as a painter, I'd be like, Okay, finding the lost thing, unknown. You could look for 10 years and never find it. So that puts your customer kind of in an unknown where you're just telling them to wait, and they have quite a bit of money that they're, you know, making decisions with. And as soon as a financial decision arises that is costly, they're going to cancel your commission because they're like, well, we've got a lot of irons in the fire and we need to like tighten up. So
But
that,
often, if you have a
yeah,
commission in process, there's a contract in place. And
right.
like if you've started on it, then 50% should already be put forward and in
Yeah.
that contract. So like you will be like there's
Yeah.
already should be money exchanged.
But even then, I mean, like, that's just like, that's like a fallacy of like sunken cost, which is, you know, like an economical like somebody that's like really like logical financial person would just be like, well, I gave them this amount of money. I gave them this amount of money. I'm going to cancel. But didn't you say that he didn't get anything? So he had no deposit even, right?
Yeah, no, or he had to return it because like
Okay. I mean,
I
that's
can't
fair. Yeah. I mean, like, you know, that's,
the piece was lost. He
yeah.
didn't, get it fully insured and
Yeah.
they canceled it.
I
So I
guess,
think
yeah.
maybe he got a small fraction. Like I think the contract allowed for him to keep
Yeah.
maybe 20%. Like it depends on the contract. I don't know his specific
Yeah,
contract.
exactly. So, but I guess the thing that I would say is like if you lose a painting, like, and it's like it's like, you know, you get the notification from UPS like this is fully lost, and this is more of a thought exploration. So like I'm inviting challenge to it. I
Hmm.
want that to be really clear. My thought would be what what will take the least amount of time to have the least amount of friction with your buyer so that you can get your money, or you can at least like lock in your money as like a secure, like you can secure it, meaning like they're less likely, like lower the risk of the exposure of them canceling, lower like all of those things. And my thought would be how long is it going to take for you to like replicate this versus the unknown, which is how long will it take for us to find this lost thing, right?
Or get paid out insurance wise.
Well, but the insurance thing to me is kind of like if you're spending, you would kind of need to look at it like annually of like if you're spending $1,000 every time. I don't know what of, you know, like, let's say you're spending $600 on insurance every time you ship, right?
Hmm.
Like, and it's because your estimated value of time spent making a piece and the market value of the piece, those are like extremely different things. Those are not the same at all, like economically. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Are you're saying it to the audience themselves,
well, I'm kind of saying
or
it to you
you tell
guys.
them? Oh,
I'm
well,
just saying,
it's,
like,
I
I would
mean,
like for you
it's,
guys to tell me if you
yeah.
think that that's not true. Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
I think it's, yeah, it's for sure true. I mean, in
Yeah.
the art market, it's, it doesn't matter if it took you 10 minutes or 10 weeks sometimes with
Yeah.
pieces, right? Because
Yeah.
they could be a 10-day painting could, for one artist, could be worth 60 grand, and another one could be $6,000 if
Yeah.
you work 6 months on it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors that depend on that, So
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Because then I guess,
I
yeah. Yeah.
well,
Because
to
I guess
answer
the
your
follow up
question
question
with
is,
the
I guess the question I'm getting to is, I guess I'm just asking is just like, you know, assuming that your process is, you know, dramatically sped up by just the fact of doing anything a second time is faster, um, is just like, and it's gonna this the answer to this is gonna be different for every artist, which is just what how much is it gonna take to basically replicate and fix the problem and keep your client happy,
It's
right?
brutal. I've had
Yeah,
a piece lost and I had to repaint the exact painting
yeah,
How did that
to
go? I imagine that's like such a
it.
different
Yeah,
process then.
and
that's exactly what I'm talking about though,
it was
Cassandra.
like
Yeah,
Yeah,
pulling teeth. It was brutal
yeah,
having to do it.
yeah.
just because you've already done it, that's
Yeah,
it.
it was done and I was just really like
Yeah.
Emotionally it takes a toll dealing with the
Yeah.
like the painting lost and then having to follow up. And even though I didn't do anything wrong, I have to prove that they were wrong. So you're also in the midst of filing insurance and then
Yeah.
having to redo the piece. Like the piece isn't fun to revisit
Yeah.
under the circumstances,
Yeah. My
and it
my
is
argue
painful.
my
I just want
argument for that would be whenever I've made like 15 grand on one project, it's never been fun.
but like that wasn't even a 15 grand project. It
Okay.
was
Yeah, I got.
a few
Yeah.
$100 project
Yeah.
because it was
Yeah.
earlier in my career, but like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
hurts and
You don't
it's
want to do it.
yeah, and
Yeah,
you
it's a
already did it.
huge. Yeah,
And
it's not
I
fun
have
for anybody.
other
Yeah.
deadlines. I have
Yeah.
other obligations.
Yeah.
It's not the only thing I have going on. So
Right.
I had to fit it in the midst of already having a busy schedule. So like I don't know.
But no, but you got to keep this in mind because okay, hear this out. Because the sweet part of my solution is no, I mean I'm being genuine is
No, no,
this
I
is a
know.
huge upswing. This is a huge in my situation where you handle it the way I'm suggesting. It's a big upswing because you're going to reduce your annual costs spent on insurance by whatever your profit margin is, meaning like the profit margin being what you sell the painting for versus what it actually costs you to make, right? Time, materials, all of those things. Finding customers, which finding customers that is a value in the professional field of art that I don't think people put a number on. That there's a cost to finding new people, and that's a really hard thing to nail down. But like every other business, their clients like they assign a cost to like this is how much it costs to acquire a new buyer, right? But you have all of those costs. But in this scenario, you do this lower insurance, so you're lowering your annual expenditures on insurance. But then if you manage to keep the client happy to where they're willing to wait that extra amount of time to receive this thing, you not only get the money that they were originally going to pay you, but you also get the insurance money. It's pretty great. Like
Yeah,
you're getting both.
Hmm.
yeah. That's assuming all projects like that are similar,
Also, it is
and and
What do you
assuming
mean?
that
well,
the
because they all have different deadlines, they all have different requirements to them,
Oh, I'm
So
definitely
like
talking
a
about like
lot,
paintings where there's no like a deadline, right? Like
yeah, but that
you know
those
what I
don't
mean?
really exist though, you know.
it also depends on who you're
Are you
shipping
mainly
through.
talking about like galleries, I guess? Sorry,
No, no, I'm
Cassandra,
talking
I
about
didn't mean to talk over.
even private commissions.
Like if I buy a painting,
There's
there's not like a like I've no, of the rich people I know about paintings. I'm trying to think of like where they're like I have to have it by this date.
Because it's her an
oh
anniversary, it's her birthday,
yeah,
it could be
Yeah,
a big celebratory
Commissions
event.
come with the timeline.
Oh,
but
they do.
usually, yeah, I guess.
I like your clients,
Or you have a
Timmy.
deadline for a show too. But Timmy,
Timmy,
to chime in
you
a
ever
little
want
bit,
to if you ever want to commission if you
Yeah,
want
I'll
me
take your
commission a
timeline,
painting from
please.
me, I will
Someone
come.
said, I mean, like Julian says, like don't forget the emotional toll of painting. My answer would be don't forget the emotional toll of working. It's a thing. It's work, and you know it's like I get it, but these things happen. This is I'm just trying to wonder like there has to be. I understand. I'm not trying to diminish the emotional
But it affects
fallout
your
of it.
productivity. Like it's,
Yeah.
when you are like frustrated and it does affect your productivity of trying to work fast when you're
Yeah.
frustrated and you're emotional over the last piece and dealing with trying to
Mm,
pacify who it was supposed to go to while dealing with the shipping company who doesn't want you to be able to prove that they did wrong even though they did wrong. And they even said we did wrong, but the minute you
yeah.
try to evoke insurance on it, you are taking a 5 to 6 week journey of going through all of the paces. I've done it
Wow.
twice and it is brutal. And
I
it's
guess
like,
yeah. I guess my take on it just because like I know too many people that have to do this on a much larger scale than we're talking about when it comes to like specifically reprinting things and remanufacturing products that are lost that it's just kind of like man that's the nature of doing business like these things happen and You know, the sooner you can kind of accept there are certain things you can't control, and that there's just certain ways you can react to it. And the best way you can react to it is just kind of like accepting and moving. But like I guess my thing that I'm getting at is the idea of like telling your customer like we're gonna try to find the missed painting. I would think like there should be a pretty solid like look, because I've done this with quite a bit of like lost mail. It's just you just say, look, if it's not there in 3 days, tell me immediately, and then we'll put you on a track of this is the alternate solution, meaning
Right. But like
meaning replacement
reprinting
payment.
is a very like
Yeah,
that's a much easier solution versus having to like I use specialized frames. So like
yeah,
every frame is unique because they're antique and
yeah. That's
vintage.
tough. I
So
mean, that's
I
really
can't find
tough.
that
Yeah,
frame again that they loved and they picked if it's a commission. And so then I'm having to find
yeah.
alternate
I mean, that's
solutions.
extra. That's I wasn't even thinking about the frames, Cassandra. Like that makes sense.
So Timmy,
Yeah.
I always insure mine for less.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to insure for the market. It just doesn't.
And it's just it's like a habit. It's just, I'm thinking about, okay, well, I'll sell it, you know, the odds are it's not going to get lost, and
Yeah,
I'll redo it. I can redo it. It's my time. And and I don't get, I don't know. I've been making a living at this for a long time. I don't get too emotional about stuff like that. I mean,
yeah,
that's just maybe a little bit more callous. But
yeah.
No,
I
no,
I
I
don't
mean,
get
yeah,
also
I
I'm the
like the
also
same way.
don't
emotional
make
toll.
my
The
frames
emotional
either. But
toll of painting, I don't align with just because I'm like, if you don't like doing it, I don't know
yeah,
what to tell
Well,
you.
it's
Yeah,
well, it's
yeah.
a it it's more of a it's not that you don't like doing it.
No, I
It's
know it's
more of a
frustrating,
yeah.
but
And
yeah,
every painting you kind of go through a journey
yeah,
of doing things, and
yeah.
I mean you're
Doing a
putting
painting,
a lot of yourself out there, you know.
Ray. I mean,
yeah,
don't you already feel like you do your paintings twice anyway? 'Cause with all this,
Yeah.
no, seriously, with all
yeah,
the studies and
Yeah.
everything we do,
yeah,
you put a lot into it. You get really vested into this image, and it can be,
yeah,
you know, draining on you to, go to do a real serious study,
yeah.
and then have to, do a large painting. Then, doing it over would not be very much fun. I've had to do it a couple times, but it's not very much fun.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say that it's like smile. You know what I mean?
No, no, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
if a painting like I had a painting get lost,
Yeah.
and it like there was no replacement solution because
Uh-huh.
it was for a birthday for a
Okay.
specific trip, and that person was going away
Yeah.
for 3 months,
Okay.
you know, lost sale, right? So I had
Yeah.
to be, uh,
Because
I insured it
the
for,
buyer was like, we want this painting to arrive a couple days before.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like 99% of private commissions
Yeah.
from me are like that. 99%.
Where they're
It's
like, I
like,
need it
this
ASAP.
is,
Yeah.
I need it. I need it at this point. Otherwise,
I just the reason I
yeah.
even brought us down this path is because I just had a New York City subway bench, an entire subway bench. John, we're getting your entire head in
Oh,
the
I'm sorry.
shot. No, it's fine. I had to say something because it was just it was a nice head of hair. It was just the whole screen. Um, no, I had an entire New York City subway bench shipped to my house and insured, and it was $180.
To ship it.
to,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
insure it, or
That's,
Yeah, the insure and ship.
What was the value of the bench?
Yeah.
I don't want to I don't want to share that because I was kind of embarrassed.
Well, no, but I know,
oh,
but
Yeah.
yeah, but
oh,
It was
geez, the guy
expensive.
brings
It was
up a subway
expensive.
bench, says all these things.
It was expensive because it's a subway bench that is being decommissioned, so it's no longer going to exist in New
Yeah.
York.
that's
They're pretty sought
that's
after.
cool.
They're not. It's from like the 1970s. This one was completely undamaged. They
What are you
claimed
gonna do with it?
it had never actually been. So usually they're placed in a way in which they have to be cut out, and this one had been bolted in, which was special. And so it didn't have. There's no cut on it or anything, so it doesn't look like I just like carved it out. And so it was like a unique piece and everything. And
But is it through like a big organization? Because like they're gonna
no,
get special shipping prices versus like
it's
being
not.
an
No,
in
Cassandra, it's not. No, it's from a guy that worked for MTA for a really long time.
I don't know how he's
That
getting
is
that price
collect.
then. I gotta
Um,
tell you, I think he's got an in somewhere because that's not a normal price to be able to get on that ever.
I don't,
Just tell
all I
him
can say is I got it and I saw the
share
shipping,
the
and
information.
then this is another thing I would say is that um, I just like New York. The person asking, I just
I know.
and I
Listen.
get on. No, somebody asked the question, what was the story about it? It's just I love
Oh,
it. I got on the subway and I say, I every time I get on one of those subways that's from 1970s, 60s, I think. I feel special, and then I heard they're getting rid of all of them, and so I was like, "Oh, that sucks. I wonder if anybody's like,
Yeah, no, I think
partying
that's
them
a
out."
super cool
But
idea. I'm
anyway,
just like blown
yeah,
away
no,
by that
no.
shipping
So,
price.
but then this is the other thing: is you're at when you insure these pieces, you're even when you do it through UPS, FedEx, you're kind of at the logical decision making of your buyer as well, because if they do a digital signature, or if when it gets delivered and they just sign without inspecting it, um, all that goes out the window.
or sometimes the driver says that it was signed
And it was signed
Okay.
by him.
I
Yeah, that's
so I
awesome.
dealt with
and it
this
was
with the
signed. Yeah.
bench.
Yeah.
The guy delivered it. He goes, "Hey man, the box is in perfect shape. Don't worry about it." Uh, and I was like, I, dude, I was like, "This is fiberglass, and it's gone across the country." I was like, "I gotta open this thing." And he was like, "I don't have time for it. You can't do that. I don't have time to do that." And I was like, "Man, I understand you're really busy, but like, the whole reason I paid for insurance on this is to inspect it, right?"
Hmm.
And nobody does that. Like when they look at the box and they say, "Oh yeah, it looks fine."
Yeah. Or they sprint up to the car and drive away before you
Yeah, they
can
run
yeah,
see
as fast
yeah,
as they
it. You
can.
know.
yeah.
Run away.
Yeah.
What
So
are you
was
gonna
it
do with it,
okay?
Timmy?
What?
The bench. What are you gonna? Is
What
it
am I gonna do with it?
have a spot in your
I'm
place,
gonna
or is
put.
it a?
My plan was to mount it onto the side of my house on the back of our house, but I was highly advised against that by several architects I know, that they were like, the UV is gonna destroy it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Put some C legs on it, so like C style legs, nobody'll know. And so yeah, that's my plan. Um,
Very cool.
That's a cool
Well,
find.
Like,
listen.
how did you even figure out how to get that? Like, I would think if I wanted a Subway
oh,
bench, I would be
I'm a
like
Facebook
at a
marketplace.
loss.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm a Facebook marketplace fanatic, and so I was just like, I bet I can find these on eBay. Found a guy, and then I kind of got obsessed with it, and I look every time I'm in New York,
Oh,
it's
you
like,
did through eBay. Okay, eBay bulks their shipping as like the company, so they get a cheaper price using the
why don't you guys just sell your paintings through eBay?
because I don't trust the insurance on that
I'm just
situation. Like
kidding.
if you
Uh,
read the insurance on some of these, like FedEx, like you have to have separate insurance. They
yeah.
like will say, "Oh, get insurance," and then in small print it's like, "But we don't cover fine art."
I've bought a painting off of eBay before and almost bought one last week off of eBay.
There you go, John. Thank you, John. You've been on my side tonight, which I like, and
I
not
don't know
used
how
to.
you I don't know how you managed to do it, but I think this was your plan all along, was to talk about the
The
seat,
bench.
The bench.
the
No, I
bench. Yeah.
didn't. John asked how much I
Yeah.
spent
And
on it,
and
and I
I
was like,
applaud you, Timmy. I'm just applauding you that you
no.
managed to start one. You
The
wrote this
second you
in.
told me how much you spent on shipping, I was like, oh, man, I got a hell of a deal.
You got a great deal.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
about a bench.
My entire family has been like, how much did that set you back? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Listen, I just don't want. I'm gonna be here for you when New York breaks your heart, and it's gonna be bad. But I'm
It
just
already
happy
has,
for you
man.
right now.
New York
Yeah.
has already, somebody told me this the last time I was there. They were like, you can tell a true New Yorker based on when they say New York died.
No, I'm
And
not
he was
talking
like,
about that.
what?
I'm not talking about that. But yeah,
New York
that's
breaking
one.
your
That's
heart? Is that a good one?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just if Adam were here, he would understand what I meant by that.
When's it going to break
You're
my heart? Interesting.
Yeah, no, I don't want. I'm gonna be here for you. Is what I'm saying.
I appreciate the support. As a
And I'm
man from
proud of you
Queens.
for doing getting the bench because I think it's awesome. Like I said
That's
when
cool.
you showed
Thank
me
you.
before, I still
I
back.
feel like
I want
this
to go
just
publicly and
proves
say it.
to me you
You
are
went
a true
public?
hipster. You've got your prison phone, you got your subway
When you
bench.
call it a prison phone, the
Prison
prison phone.
phone on a abandoned bench that was like
I don't think that I'm a hipster. I think I'm a collector of interesting things.
True fact, no hipster calls himself a hipster. The
I
mere
don't think
fact
I'm
that
a
you deny
hipster.
it means it's so much more.
I'm
No.
a collector of interesting things. Cassandra, you
Yes,
couldn't have
yes.
written that for him. Oh, beautiful.
Am I right, everybody? Like,
You think
total
I'm a,
hipster right
everyone
here.
thinks I'm a hipster.
Yes. Yeah. If you've ever
Uh-uh.
said anything like, "Oh, I did that before anybody knew about it." If you ever use that
Type hip
line,
in the Discord chat if you think Timmy's a hipster.
I
yeah,
don't think that I
yeah,
dress. I don't think I dress. Shut up, Ray. Shut up. Uh,
Well played, Ray.
Well, new here. So what is your prison phone? I want to hear about.
I bought a payphone, and when I went to pick it up, they were like, this phone, this payphone was at Leavenworth for like 15 years.
Right, Charlie? Are we like you got what I'm saying here, right? This is like total hipster territory
I
here.
don't
You know,
like it.
I'm reluctant to comment on that, but it's leaning that way. You know.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
I'm just,
Wait.
I'll be on your side today, Timmy.
Wait. By the way, everybody, there will be something educational tonight. But no. Wait. What about prison phone is hipster? Because now it just
The
seems.
mere
That's pretty
fact that it's a
cool.
prison
I've
phone,
never,
my friend.
I've never heard.
Yes.
You know how I
It's
answer
like,
it all the time? You know how I answer it? I go,
Oh, you
Mom,
use it.
I messed up.
or do you go like,
I made a huge mistake.
no, I was hoping you were going to answer like, will you accept the charges for this phone call coming
No.
from?
Yeah. I've gotten a few of those calls, but not on that phone. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
not
that's
only is it a payphone, but it was a prison phone. I feel like that's a sly hipster cool move, man.
I usually love at Timmy's house. You get one call.
What?
Yeah, and while you do that call, there's a person standing behind you that looks really angry. They're waiting to make their call.
I
And
mean,
you got it.
just
Did you hook it up and make it work too? You like have it's like a real.
I'm
working
actually in the
house.
process of it.
Oh man,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
actually
he's,
really
he's
that's
currently
pretty
arguing with the
cool.
phone company to support the phone.
no, it's actually
Like,
pretty easy.
they won't
to
send
get...
an engineer out to hook the phone up.
No,
That's
that's been a
surprise to
whole process where it's actually pretty funny. I immediately joined some like payphone Facebook groups because that's where you have to go. You can't go to Instagram for that. You can't go anywhere else. TikTok, they don't know about payphones. You got to go back to the old original social media platform. And then you join a group where it's you and like 20 boomers that have bought like 100 payphones each.
I love it. I would totally
And-
like
and,
get a payphone. I think it's
Okay,
cool.
so I posted it and I was like, hey, everybody, hey, gang, thanks for accepting me into the group. Just bought this, very excited to get it wired up. Any pointers, And somebody's like, oh man, that's a piece of junk. Just immediately out the gate. And I was like, I guess I like junk. And they're like, don't get smart. You're like, okay.
Wow.
It's the most
What?
aggressive. It's the most aggressive Facebook group ever. Yeah, it's
What would
hilarious.
you expect? They collect payphones.
They're not
Prisons.
friendly. Yeah, they're not friendly. They're not friendly. It's definitely it attracts a certain type of person that doesn't like to talk to people. Yet,
Really
ironically,
have a lot of
wants to buy phones.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and so yeah, so I'm in the process. I found one of them. One of them is really friendly, and he was like, he direct messaged me outside of the group gauntlet
You didn't want
that
to
I
be
was sent through.
seen like being
They
nice.
saw they saw me
Yeah.
just battling. They saw me just battling like 9 different 65-year-old men. Just, but like my term of out, because I have no ego when it comes to owning a payphone, is just like trolling them. And the guy messaged me and was like, "Hey man, if you really want to get that phone wired, I can give you advice." And he was like, I was like, "Absolutely, thank you." And he was like, "You're pretty funny," and that was it. So I
Oh,
found my one guy. He's probably the least efficient person in the group. But
well, I
yes,
kind of feel that producing Drawing Hive
yeah.
prepared you for that moment.
Oh, just dealing with, yeah.
Just
I posted the
dealing with
reference today. I posted the reference this morning, which, by the way, sorry it was late, everybody. And the first thing that Xander said was, "Have we ever done derby hats? We should do derby hats." And it was like, why can't anybody be happy? Which, everybody, by the way, we're moving on to the second image. Please post your words to Discord.
You see
I'm gonna
what you did
stop
to
talking
Timmy?
soon. I'm gonna stop talking soon. Sorry, I've been a monster this
Look at him.
first
Look,
30 minutes.
look
Oh,
what
do
you
we get
did
to
to
see a
him.
picture of the bench, by the way?
I'll find a picture of it. I
Ugh.
I feel like a braggart. Should I say. I feel like a real braggart. But what?
It's just now you have like you become self-aware that you were while you were bragging about like, dude, Ray spent how much on paintings? He doesn't even wait until he finds out how much I paid for this bench to be shipped.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is it's a bench, but it don't got legs. So it's like you got to figure that out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's
Oh,
what
that's
these benches are.
awesome.
Oh,
Oh,
that is
yeah,
cool.
that's so great. The colors are perfect.
And also, like what Ray texted me, it's like, man, those stories. The story, if those benches could talk.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The things I can only imagine we'll
You'd-
see.
They'd just be like, do you have any idea how many people have thrown up on me?
Like
Yeah,
Like,
the amount of times I've been urinated on.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, Cassandra. Yeah, completely. It's just literally,
I mean, I would
it's like a
definitely
urine
like,
shrine. It's definitely a
yes,
urine
yes.
shrine in my house.
Get all
Right.
those cracks with the toothbrush and bleach.
Yeah, yeah.
I was, man, I didn't go there. I went to like Forrest Gump. I mean, I was just thinking of those great stories that have been told on those benches.
Oh, that's
John,
lovely. That's a
John,
very
that's
nostalgic thing.
John. That's very cute. But I think most of the time it was just somebody going like, ah. You know, I think most of the stories started with a
I
scream.
think the mom in me was
Yeah,
like, you just need some good wet wipes to wipe it down,
Oh,
yeah,
that are antibacterial.
yeah,
force they're antibacterial resistant, so
yeah. I don't.
organisms on those
I
things.
don't treat
Those things
myself.
can.
I don't treat myself often, so that's what I did. I
I
was,
think it's cool. That's
I was
there's
I'm
nothing
like,
happy
oh,
for
this
you.
is an
No,
early. I was like, man, Father's Day is coming up. And I was like, also, my kid's getting those. This my kid, the kid that isn't here yet. I was like, he's gonna have a Trump account, so so there we go. I'm spending his money immediately.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not even here yet.
Sorry, kid.
Sorry, buddy. One day I'm gonna sit him or her down on that bench and be like, "This is yours." Yeah,
as well as the prison phone.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, you call me if you need anything, okay, kid?
I'm just saying,
Always gonna
like
be
right
there
now
for
on
you.
paper, I'm gonna have an amazing estate sale when I die.
I know your house is gonna be so fun.
When it comes to quirky things in the house,
Hmm
the people that walk
Infamous
through it,
recluse, self-dubbed hits
yeah,
collector of interesting things.
they're gonna be like, you mean that house surrounded by trees? So many trees, it felt like he was kind of
Yeah,
had like a thing for trees.
Can we get
yeah.
the
It was
bench
the
unattached
old
from the
hipster,
house?
Yeah.
right? Yeah. No, it's load bearing, so it's not going to be able to.
Oh yeah, most of the house is held up by it. All right, let's walk around the room. Everybody's been drawing. It's looking awesome.
I've been too busy laughing, so I haven't gotten much done.
I
So,
appreciate it. I hope some people were laughing. That's the only reason
oh
we go
my
down those
God.
You
rabbit
know what? Ray
holes.
needs it. He just had to ship like some huge paintings. Oh, dude, that's so stressful.
Yeah,
You know how
And
I
plus, he
de-stress?
overinsured them. He like insured them for way too much.
No, I did not.
What was the subject matter of the 60-inch painting, Ray?
There were landscapes.
It's
Okay.
beautiful. Was
I
that the
was going to
60
make a
inch that you posted?
suggestion. I was going to try
Yes.
to help your career along and just kind of make a suggestion for you, Ray.
Help the career.
Yeah. No, I'm going to try to help my career.
Yeah.
In when I make this statement, Ray, quit doing landscapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're on the out.
I
No,
learned it from watching. No, I
No,
learned it from
because
no, they're
watching
John
you,
wants the
really
John.
job.
freaking good.
No, no, I was playing up with John. I was playing along.
Yeah,
I
he's
get it. I get it. I get the joke.
he's walking into my lane.
Yeah. No, Ray.
Beautiful work, Ray. I love it.
Oh, thanks.
Are
Thank
they
you.
on your?
Thank
I
you.
want to share. If I can
Yeah,
share
he
them, where would I
posted
find them?
it. He posted
Cool.
one of them. Was that the 60-inch one, Ray?
It was the 36 by 48.
48.
I showed John the 30 by 60 because we both finished paintings at the same exact time, like a few, like 1 or 2 weeks ago, right, John?
Yeah,
You were like, I just finished this up. I'm like, what? I just signed a painting.
I just finished it up, and he asked how big it was. Yeah, I said it was pretty big. I think it was 48 by 36, and uh, I said, how big is that landscape you just did? He had to up me. I don't think it's really that big. I think he
Did you
just
have a
Yeah.
hold my beer moment?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Millimeters,
go to
right?
the
We were talking about
opening,
millimeters.
measure it.
Actually, I will so I'm not going to be going to the opening for this show. But I will
Denver?
be going next year, yes, to the opening at a Ben Gallery in May, same time, like the last week of May next year for my solo show that I just booked with them. So,
Oh, awesome! Congrats, man.
so Drawing
Yeah.
Hive exclusive. I
Woohoo.
just
Yep. No
put, yeah,
landscapes.
so
Okay. There we go.
zero landscapes, yeah. Just old payphones, prison payphones.
All right.
These
That would
Just
sell
put a
though.
These neighborhoods in Buffalo, New York.
just to put a
Yeah.
nice bow on that conversation we had. I would say, all things being known now, that Cassandra is correct entirely because I was just basing it on eBay shipping, which is a different world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just
I
for
get
those
frames
wondering.
through eBay a bunch.
Yeah, we do.
So I know
We
all
do.
about like the
No.
shipping.
Yeah, dude. Wait, Ray's like, no, everybody knew you lost.
Everybody knew. We
No,
just let
I
you
just wanted
find
to
it
be
out.
clear that I knew as well. Yeah, 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 that Ray probably paid a reasonable price. Ray is in fact not a moron, as I was so aggressively trying to prove. Yeah,
Want to see my bench? Anybody?
yeah, and then,
Charlie, did
yeah,
you hear
then I was
about
like,
my
then I was
bench or
like, does everybody
my
want to look at
phone?
the? Everybody want to see the cool toy I got?
Yeah.
I do think it's really cool. I'm not gonna deny that. That's a pretty cool move.
I don't know.
You should get a plaque made for it.
Why? A plaque to be like
Yeah.
this bit, like a dedication.
I'm
like a
sorry. Does that
bench of
sound
art?
outrageous to you?
Wait, no. I
You
was
do
just
own
thinking of it.
a subway bench
I
with a
was-
subway
Yeah.
cart.
Like which subway stop did it come from? Like
That's actually pretty cool because they actually have the train number and everything. They
yeah, I think you should totally
See?
like I have a guy up the street. He made plaques for like some pieces I needed plaques for one
Or
time.
you know what I could do is just always just permanently have like the drunkest person I know sitting on it, just kind of leaned over, and then
Nah,
if
you need-
want
you
to
need
sit
the
on
plaque.
it, you have to sit next to him.
I can even he even has vintage brass. I could totally like you
Yeah.
need the plaque.
What
Ooh,
what
like
was
it would
the
be like the
year?
plaque, like made out of the shape of the subway, original subway token.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'll send sketches over.
I swear I
too.
didn't try to make this about the bench again.
What was the year of the bench?
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta look it up. I gotta look when the train. Yeah,
He knows. He just doesn't want to say now.
70s, I think. 70s, probably. I don't know. 60s, 70s.
Well, you should make a narrative up of who sat at the bench.
Hmm.
Oh, actually, I like that. Just like fully,
Yeah.
just like fabricating. I like that a lot, John. John, you and I are on the same page tonight. It's a rare, it's a rare Timmy and John on the same team night. This is special. Everybody, why don't we just consider this episode 300? Can't we do that? Can't we just say tonight is episode 300 and then it's special? Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
no.
the one time John's an enabler
Yeah,
for Timmy.
Charlie, I'm spotlighting.
Oh,
I wanted to know what you were doing with some of the lines that you've made, particularly
uh,
the like horizontal lines across the.
I was thinking about what I might want to do next with some. I was going to try to do some like paint. Well, maybe I'll do it and then it might make sense. Maybe
Uh-huh.
that. I was just going to try to do some
Yeah,
like marker ink and then pull out some of the highlights a little bit and
yeah,
see if that is anything, if anything
nice.
interesting happens there.
It's so cool to watch it.
That
Yeah.
that's my that's we'll see where this goes. Maybe a bad idea, but
Well, as long as you have confidence, is great.
yeah, yeah. That's yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
It's good not to promise too much in a live
yeah.
demo, right?
With you.
Or maybe it is good to promise a lot.
John, what you're doing tonight feels very different than usual. But am I just
Oh
seeing it?
yeah, I think because of the horses kind of got me thinking a lot about
Yeah,
horses are very hard, and I was
yeah.
thinking of what might be something interesting to do with them.
Hmm.
I don't know, but like, does everyone else here? The thing I was thinking about was, like when I normally draw things, I know the anatomy and I have an understanding, but when I draw a horse, I don't have any of that to fall back on. Like I can't tell you how the bones go in a horse or but maybe that's unnecessary. But it's just such a different way because when I'm drawing people, I feel like I have such a different understanding of the
Well,
anatomy
that's
of it.
why I'm really appreciative that Adam's not here.
Huh,
Does he
He
really
knows
know
he
horse?
knows his horse anatomy.
he does.
Interesting, yeah.
Uh,
Because you're not really drawing, you're just having to draw based on like the relationships of the shapes instead of
yeah, that's how I'm approaching it because I'm not a horse aficionado. I don't uh, understand. I mean, I kind of understand how they work, but haven't drawn enough of them. But I'm kind of trying to set myself up for a painting solution here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
they're like gigantic muscles, right? It's
yeah.
like
Well, no, you got to start with the lima bean. Like the body is a lima bean.
Oh yeah.
Cassandra, you do lots of animals. Do you have a real understanding of all anatomy of all the different animals that you do? Or do you not work
I
from that
I
way?
try to. I try to like really look at the anatomy. Sometimes I'll look up their skeletons just to see like what they do or what is, bulk versus what is actual bone structure. But a lot of it is also just like paying attention to their shape and how does that change in their posture and stuff like that.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
clean up something I just said, Charlie, as it relates to because Cassandra understands it well too, but she understands all animals, not just horses.
yeah.
But landscapes are brutal for me.
Well, that's why we don't do chipmunk night, because we'd get smoked pretty quickly.
reach out, but Meg is coming up.
Why not?
Well, I don't know how John feels, but landscapes are like really one of the easiest things to draw because it's just like you could just say, I feel like a kid, like see that lump right there? That's a tree, and people just believe it. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, looks like a tree to me.
They can be easy to draw, but they're hard to design to do a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
They're a real design challenge.
Well, and then you guys add just beautiful light that you will like create and then redesign the color and yeah, all of that is just blows me away.
That's Ray. He does that stuff.
John,
I
I
just,
watch you do that too.
yeah, I just basically take what I do is I take my favorite John English landscape and then I just project it onto my board and or but I mirror it so you can't spot
Thank you for mirroring it for me. Appreciate that.
it.
Thank you for really looking out for me, Ray.
That actually, that 30 by 60, I was thinking a lot about a piece that you did, John, that you were of a road. Uh, you had done it as like a demo initially and then blew it up
Oh, I
like
totally know
last
what piece
year.
you're talking about too. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, huh, that's a great idea. And then I was like, if I could, I would like to try that out. And then that was what that 30 by, I haven't shared the 30 by 60 yet, but I'll do it maybe tomorrow. Um, but you know, painting large, I haven't painted large like this in years because of space constraints and just it's expensive to make pieces like that, you know.
Hmm.
But it was really interesting because I it was pretty liberating to it was just painting really simple as I could. And it really forced me to just think about shapes uh, and think about the whole thing. You know, I never really thought about detail in any of it. I mean, I'm a painterly painter, so I could easily say that, you know, so I'm not rendering things out like, you know, super fine textures like you do in those Renaissance garbs or whatever, you know, the intricate clothing that you put on, Cassandra. But
Hmm.
um, I found myself noodling way less than with the large ones that I did than the smaller pieces, which I was
Cool.
surprised.
Did you did you pull out bigger brushes and bigger palette knives to keep
Yeah.
yourselves from not letting yourself get too tight too fast kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was just trying to cover the piece as quickly as I could. Um, so it was just by uh just physically, like I had to scale up my brushes to cover the shape because the shape of like, you know, a tree that I had designed, it was just larger. So I have to, it didn't make sense to take a smaller brush and put it in. Though, you know, I did go over passages where like I broke up color and things like that with smaller brushes, but it wasn't as, what's the term? You know, it wasn't as um, uh, like really obsessed with putting in detail.
Hmm.
It was just really just enough to get the form to turn the way I wanted it to turn, you know. But I mean that's why I do studies too, because they really kind of temper the amount of they give me a roadmap as to how much information I really need to put into a certain area, you know.
How big is your study for a piece that is going to be, 60 inches or 48 inches?
Um, you know, as large as it needs to be. And with me, it was the 36 by 48 took about 3 studies to get right.
Hmm.
Um, and one was 9 by 12, and then I went really small uh, and and then I blew it back up to 9 by 12. But you know, if I really needed to sort out the information, I would have definitely scaled it up again just so I could see what the heck was going on, you know. Because it really just gave me confidence to go in. It's like a dress rehearsal.
Hmm.
And then if I need to, you know, if I work out like a certain shape and it's really specific to the design of the painting, you know, it'll become my reference sometimes, you know, where it's like, yep, that's it. And I only paint from that.
That's so smart.
Um, yeah.
Good idea, right?
That's,
John,
yeah.
how big are your
That's,
studies for pieces that size?
Most of my studies they range from 12 by 12 to 12 by 18, depending on their proportion. 12 is pretty much the small. I mean, this is a 12 by 12 I'm working on, and it's the smallest paintings I do.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think with landscape painting, it's so design heavy. Um, at least I'll go out and say, at least the way like John and I think about it. Um, and our favorite painters are very much like that, like Edgar Payne and
Hmm.
Russell Chatham and a lot of these great landscape painters. They were just it's really just the closest thing to Bill Mont said it perfectly to me, one of my teachers. He said that landscape painting is the closest thing to that representational painting gets to abstract painting.
Yep,
Mm.
Um,
That's
I
cool.
agree with that.
That's
I
a
agree
great
That's a
with that.
statement.
great quote.
Yeah.
yeah,
When you do
I was like,
something like that big, do you have like a set, I don't want to say time, but like a number of like say times you work on it, like sessions, or do you kind of just let it go the way it goes? Like not going back to it like for days and days and days. Did you have a set idea of that, or do you just kind of go with where the painting goes?
for these, it I had a deadline, and because they had to be out by like drop dead date, they had to be shipped by tomorrow, but they've already been shipped, which is really awesome. So they went a lot faster than it did. So, um, but I was, to be honest, it's really, when hadn't painted that large in that long of a time, it had been so long, it was really very stressful, and I was really scared that I wasn't going to be able to get them done. So I really pushed myself to paint for, however set time. I have time from 9 to 4 p.m. That's like, Monday through, for the most part, Monday
Hmm.
through Friday. Um, and so I had to just finish it, but, within that time frame. I'm sure if I have more time, I'd take more time, just knowing me.
Of course,
Um, yeah,
it's the luxury of it, right?
you're right, right. So I like the idea though. Like I put I'm painted laid in today a 24 by 30 piece, which used to feel large to me. Now it's just this like tiny, tiny thing. And so which is great. And I I'm gonna try and finish it up within the next probably by Monday. Um I'll try and get it done. And it's just because I want to ship it out next week. Um and so by Friday next week, I think to one of my galleries. So like that is, I'll put in like a deadline for myself. If that, I don't know if that answers your question, Charlie. And then I just figure out
Yeah.
like how do I do this at that time, and then it really just requires me to focus. Um,
And yeah, it's interesting to hear you guys talk about the like the commissions because it's not something that I'm familiar with, but I always had that idea that the deadlines were more flexible or something like that. But now that I'm hearing you talk, of course, it makes sense to me that there's just as much time pressure in a commission as a commercial piece or whatever it is. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to
yeah,
hear that because I think you can easily kind of start to think, well, if it's a commission, then you can say whatever you want. But it sounds like that's not the case at all. That's like almost
no,
maybe an opposite, just as much time pressure. Any,
I
Yeah,
mean
a lot
some
of the
some
commissions
are
start too, just like, hey, I would love to commission you. I need it by this date. Are you able to do that? Like a lot of those just start that way first. Starts with the
right.
deadline.
starts with the deadline, yeah.
John, do you have a book report prepared for today?
I do.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Talk about some people who painted horses.
Some people who painted horses. That'd be fun. Um, Before we get into that, everybody, I want to tell you to post your work to the Discord channel. Please join it. Please post your work. We're going to look at it all at the end of the episode. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see some horses because I don't know that we've ever even drawn a horse on Drawing Hive, which there are not many
We
things
have,
we have.
we
Have
have.
we?
Yes, because I did a hero animal episode and I definitely submitted.
Oh,
I like had a
yeah.
horse, a war horse. Saved a lot of
Um,
people.
yeah. Um, other thing Cassandra asked, somebody asked Cassandra, do you have a favorite animal artist? I'm sure we've asked that before, but for the new
Oh,
people, do you have one that
gosh.
you look to immediately?
I mean, I'm always going to say my first love was Beatrix Potter.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah,
Ask me that question. Who's
John,
my
who's your favorite? Who's your favorite animal artist?
Cassandra?
Ah, good, good answer.
You're the best, John. Thank
Good
you.
answer. And then Beatrix. Nice.
No,
I'll play you on whenever you want, John.
You
okay,
could sit on the you,
let me wipe my hands
you're
off. I got just stuff all over me.
Yeah.
John earned his session on the bench, the subway bench.
Sure.
it's,
All right.
it's just the eBay listing with how much I paid, my bidding,
I,
my bidding strategy.
I'm ready.
Yeah, all right, let me play it
All right. I've done this artist before.
on. Oh, perfect. So you just
Actually,
recycling book reports now?
no. Oh, actually, no. I'm doing two artists tonight, Timmy,
Oh, that's fun.
and
We're on the same team tonight. Don't
I've done
forget.
both of them before, but I thought I would do like an abbreviated version
Yeah.
of focus on the horses that they painted.
Okay.
Hmm.
And so
That's
my
fun.
first choice going to go
I like
back
it.
to Edgar Degas,
Which you wouldn't think of for horses necessarily.
and then just uh, Degas was absolutely amazing. He's like one of the most prolific individuals uh, that ever painted. He produced so much work. Born in 1834 in Paris, lived 83 years, passed away in 1917, but pretty much quit working by 1912. And it's kind of a sad story at the end, but everybody has a demise at the end usually.
Hmm.
We all go away, sometimes harder than others, but some very academic drawing here, just fantastic draftsmanship in these things. Didn't draw much of the horse there, focused on the jockey.
Hmm.
It's interesting. He did a lot of the horse paintings later on, like mid-career, mid to three-quarter career. Love this painting.
Oh, yeah.
Stunning.
Oh, that's good.
This was a pretty early one. But then they really kind of loosened up and kind of he was probably had as much to do with being an impressionist as anybody, I would think. Ray, you may correct me on that, but
I always looked at him as like the punk rock musician that was classically trained in
Ray,
that
yeah,
group. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that.
yeah,
It's fun.
that's a good way to put it.
I like that.
Beautiful painting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've always looked at that.
It's interesting because he got very into photography um, in like the 1870s, I believe. And a lot of these horse paintings were done like mid-century 1850s, 1860s. And so it was really before he got so heavily into the photography. And I think a lot of one of his reasoning or his reasons that he was so great at it, he was just a better draftsman than most. And go out and try to draw these horses on site.
Oh my gosh.
Good luck.
Yeah, just like assembling it from all those really beautiful sketches. I'm sure there's like hundreds and
Oh
more
yeah.
that we don't even know exist.
But it's like you can see the history in this thing, and this looks like it's very, immediate the way it was painted. You know, still see the drawing through it.
Also really obsessed with it, it's a really nice uh push for movement. They're not as which is which is awesome to see.
I don't,
When you see horse paintings, sometimes they're stable, like there's just like a really simple profile because
right.
it's easy to hold the horse like that.
So that finding things online. So is this the right version or is this the right version?
Oh,
Mm.
I'm kind of
Before and after
leaning
the
in.
cleaning.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm kind of leaning into the darker one because of the sun that's in the sky
Yeah,
or
it'd make more
moon.
sense.
It makes a little bit more sense to me.
And also, it's
This
closer
one's
closer together in
washed out.
value too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one's really washed
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
but definitely the same piece.
Also, the tangent makes doesn't on that horse that that pole.
Yeah,
mhm.
The way he solved it in the darker version is it unifies itself as a shape and it blends
right.
together a lot more. Whereas that's like it's almost
So
just
we're
like a blending
guessing.
layers on
If
top.
he were here, he'd
Yeah.
probably say no, Ray. It's the other one.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, here's where you're wrong, Eddie.
Yeah.
Sense of movement is so good.
Yeah. He had a really good understanding. So, Ray, how good is your understanding of like Muybridge movement with the horse? Um,
I studied a lot of his photography.
yeah, so what
A
year was
lot, yeah.
that? That's Francis Muybridge, there's a photographer that like sequenced like would shoot sequences of things and you could see movement in the photography. Um,
I
and
want to say around the same time, right?
yeah, because so many like people, the equestrian artists that were before, they had it wrong. Is how horses, you know, um, actually ran with their feet hitting the ground.
It's
And not
1878.
okay. So these are done about the same time. A few pieces of sculpture here.
Look at that.
Mm.
Huh. That almost looked like you used that for reference, John.
So that's like the
Wow.
original John Foster, right? Start
Yeah.
sculpting all of the horses.
I knew it.
I really love the looseness of this one. This one is another version. Same, I showed this one earlier, but again, I think this is the closer version.
So awesome.
And this is my favorite. This is like I went to Paris when I was 19 and I had the opportunity, I bought a bunch of prints and I bought this print when at 19, I still have it hanging in my house. I just always loved this painting.
That's
That's
cool.
awesome.
It's cool you got a
Gosh, you
print when
get
you were 19 and there's not like it's not just shredded now.
No, I got it framed as soon as I got back. You know what? I still have like a tube with a bunch of prints in it that I've never framed from that trip.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I have like several tubes like that.
It's crazy.
So there's a shot of Edgar as an older man.
Nothing
Then I
like
thought I would do this.
oh nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah, that's
was
great.
hoping. I was hoping.
Now for something completely different.
God,
And
he's got the same last name you have.
it does. I know it's strange.
A wild small world.
So
And the same first name.
I was
yeah.
gonna say that. Yeah.
Oh, look at the scale of some of those paintings in the background. That painting behind him is 6 feet tall. The Pegasus, the one that's directly above his head.
It's so
But
cool.
it kind of started
Wow.
here. Interesting. I'm going to say a few words about my father here, was because this is like one thing I know the facts pretty well, and I know it to be true. And I remember my dad telling me when he was 65 years old, we took me to lunch and he was like, just had to tell me something. I thought he was going to tell me he was ill or something. And he said, I'm never painting another painting for anybody else in my life. He said, I'm just going to work on the paintings that I want to work on of things I love that I want to do. And he spent the last 20 years of his life doing that, produced well over 1,000 pieces that way with that attitude. And it's just like it's an interesting thing because he had so much skill and so much ability and could go so many different directions, but he didn't know what he wanted to do. He didn't know he needed to go on a journey. And he took a really serious journey. So this was really early on. This was like one of the first horses. This was before he was 65, by the way. He did this probably in his mid 50s. And
Except
then it
for a
was,
show in Japan.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh, uh, Actually, no, that wasn't. That was even predated that. This was
Oh,
the
wow.
she did for the show in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. Okay.
And this hung in his house. He never sold it. It's I don't know. It was like at least 6 feet across. It was big horse.
So he's saying,
Oh my God.
God forbid a horse be born like that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So, yeah, no,
It's a well designed horse.
I love it. Yeah.
It glows.
And then this is kind of where he kind of I use the horse as like an analogy of his growth of the thing how he changed as an artist. So go back and remember this, and then watch what happens.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
To understand form so well, to figure out what you don't need, always blows me
Yeah.
away.
That one's
I don't think I've ever
hysterical.
seen that one.
That one
I'm-
is so funny. It's absurd.
Its
I
title
feel
is
like to me that was your dad's shirt.
Cowboy Lifting Horse.
Cassandra, that's
That
like
was the title.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it looks like a guy bench pressing a llama.
Yeah.
I love it. John, can you tell the quick story of him going to like a parent teacher or a parent like
Oh,
whatever dad, bring your dad to
Oh,
work,
career day,
whatever.
career day
yes.
thing.
So career day, and he wasn't a grandfather at this time, but he was remarried and had younger children. My half sister, who's about 25 years younger than me, asked if he could come to career day. And so he went and did a little painting, talked about what he did, and he did a little painting for him, and he painted a horse. And his daughter was just furious with him. When he drove her home from school that day, and she was just like, "You're supposed to be like this world famous artist." He said, do you think you could draw a horse that actually looked like a horse?"
I
Oh
mean,
no.
I mean, it's hard to fathom. You know all those kids in like second grade, they're drawn. You're like,
Yeah.
they probably were looking at each other like, what the
Yeah.
hell is going
Yeah,
on?
this guy can't draw. What's the
This
matter with
guy's
this?
terrible.
He seems real nice, but I don't know if that's a horse.
Are we in a cult? This is nuts.
Yeah, I really laugh every time I think about that.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Proceed.
So you can see they got pretty inventive, and he started using collage. This painting is like 7 feet tall.
Oh my gosh, the color. I love.
Yeah.
Would
And
he
he was
stand,
just-
John, when he would paint with like a 7 foot tall painting, would he have a stool or anything like that?
He would stand up, and actually, because I was so worried about it, I built a platform for him to step up onto, so he had a
Oh,
lot
like
of
as he was getting older?
yeah, so it had like a 3 foot square.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There's that Pegasus.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
We should get Dan Vanderhoof on here. It's the only intern that I knew that Mark ever had. Just get
There
him
was
to
a
tell
bunch of
some.
them.
What's that?
Rich Bowman would be great.
Yeah, I would just
painter.
love to hear because they're gonna hear versions of your dad that none of us know. They'll be able to tell us some wild stories.
No, very funny.
Dan has my favorite story about your dad, but I'll tell it when we're done. Yeah.
oh, cool.
But some of these things, I mean, he just got really wild. Now, kind of going back to what he was saying, it was like, you'd always say you got to paint what you really enjoy, what you love. and he grew up in, you know, kind of a tiny little town in Texas. He was around farm animals, horses, chickens, pigs, cows, and that's what he really liked to paint later in life, in landscapes.
Wow.
He did figurative work also. Love this one.
Hmm.
That's awesome.
When he was layering some of these materials, how wild would he get with what he would toss
Oh,
in there?
they were pretty dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it started a lot of the texture was like he would photograph a texture
Okay.
of like cloth and things, and
Yeah.
then glue the photos down, like just on print on paper that he could seal, and glue the photos
Really?
down all before he started the painting, and then be able
Whoa.
to find that texture again.
So it would blow some people's minds to know that Mark was kind of a digital artist. That's pretty funny.
This one's crazy.
Hmm.
It's cool to see Degas and then see your dad because you could totally see that he was influenced by Degas.
Yeah, such a
Yeah,
cool
He
combo.
was a big fan of the guy.
yeah. It goes to show you, art like this doesn't happen in a vacuum.
This painting's 8 feet tall.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
System on it too.
Whoa.
Oh, I know where
That's
that one
it.
is. Yeah.
Pardon me?
I said I know where that one is.
Where is it?
He gave that to my dad.
I know.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't know if you knew.
I
Yeah.
thought John was being like, really? Because I've been trying to look for this
You're
thing.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, he didn't mean to.
No, it's so funny. Yeah, no, I love that painting. It was so John and my dad share a birthday, and it was like my dad's last birthday, and Mark gave that to him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
That kind of looks like your dad on a
I
horse.
know it's kind of
The
stout little
proportions
guy,
are
you know.
very fitting.
Yeah, you look at that waist, and you go,
Yeah. And
that
the
doesn't look
length
like
of the
it's.
legs, like his legs
Yeah.
just hanging straight down.
yeah, yeah, I do love it. And my dad had a horse that was
And Appaloosa.
my
Yeah.
dad had a horse. My dad named it. I didn't. Her name was Hell Bitch, which is from
Lonesome
Lonesome
Dove.
Dove. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not it's not just
So
my dad being a
there's the
jerk.
dove
Yeah. There's the oh
and the hell bitch.
oh wow whoa I had never put that together. That's pretty interesting, John. Do you think that that was intentional?
I think so.
Yeah. Wow.
So remember that first horse, that rendered, polished, finished horse.
Hmm.
And that's my dad.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ground traveled there.
I want a book of his work that's just his horses. Like I just love I never get tired of seeing the way that he interprets horses and how it changes. And is he like, when he's with all of these, how much of them is reference? How much of it is from his head?
Yeah. It's amazing. Well, later on, it's like the reference was there as like a bookmark practically. Earlier on, reference was more important. But I think he, because he did lots and lots of them, obviously his understanding of horse anatomy got better and better, and he was able to do more he was a big proponent of do as much as you can from memory.
Hmm. Build the visual library.
Yeah.
Charlie, you've been busy since we
Oh,
last
that's
checked
Right.
so
in.
cool.
Oh, cool, Charlie.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
Can you talk
So,
about what you're
Thank
doing?
you.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, because I'm
I put a piece of, did a drawing
Uh huh.
that probably could have been a little darker, but I put a piece of vellum over it, and I just got a field of the marker ink from the bottle. And then there's, if you use like a really light marker or a clear marker, you can pull pull out some of it. It's not quite pulling out the way it out. It's like one of those things where some days it works and some days it doesn't work. But I can see it's a little. Some places it's pulling better than others. So yeah.
It's looking like it's working on me. Super cool.
Oh, thank you. Hey, yeah, it's been something
I
I've been
looked and
playing
I was
with
like, whoa.
for a
So,
couple of months, trying to figure out if there's a way to do a pull out technique with the vellum this way.
I'm gonna ask, what kind of marker ink were you
Oh,
using?
it's the Copic marker ink. So, and I'm just using it like the refill bottles. You see
Oh,
it?
cool.
Oh wow.
So
mhm.
then if you just like you can just like well here I'll show you. If you drip
Yeah,
it
I thought you
on,
took apart an
you
actual
can
marker.
you can pull it out with another light marker a bit, but it's not an exact, it's not an exact science for sure.
Right.
There's a better way to do this that someday I will arrive at, but this is a work in progress kind of
But it
thing.
gives you
Love that.
great feel of movement with the way that you're using it. I think it's very successful.
Yes.
It's really slippery, like the feeling of the physical feeling of it is very like this stuff doesn't dry on the vellum at all, so it's like you can keep messing with it forever.
Is that what you do your sports art? How you do that
I
or
lately I've been doing versions of that. It comes from something like John. I don't know if this was something your dad did something with at one of the illustration academies where he had I don't know if it was vellum or if it was some kind of paper that wasn't absorbing he put like Gamsol, was it? And then
Yeah,
new pastel.
pastel back
That was
into
one of the most incredible things. I mean, I still talk about it all the time.
Hmm.
It was like this field of color that didn't seem like it had any control. And all of a sudden he made a few marks and it was like a beautiful landscape with a barn and a road. It was just this something that just really stuck with me forever. Do you recall that?
really,
Or
really, really hard to control.
yeah,
And it's like you had a time limit of how much you could move it around, and uh, the time was not long.
yeah, it was a made an impression
Yeah.
that I yeah,
Someone asked, what
never
would you
forget.
seal it with?
This
Yeah.
particular thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I end up doing is scanning it and
Okay.
then layering it with like a lot of times I'll do like three or four or 10 of these
Yeah.
that I use different pieces of in as layers. It's kind of like a collage almost.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I don't know if you could see, I mean, it won't come off with your finger, but
Yeah.
it will come off if you put anything that has any like, I think it's
Yeah.
alcohol. I think that's
Uh-huh.
what the markers are reacting to. I
Hmm.
could be wrong, but I think it's either alcohol based. So
Yeah, those are alcohol markers.
okay. So you could probably use rubbing alcohol too
So,
and pick out
yeah.
highlights with like a Q-tip. I'm sure that would work.
Do you keep it when you're done, or do
These,
you scrap that? Yeah.
I'll
Like,
scan it and then I
yeah.
have a folder with a lot of these,
Oh, amazing.
but I don't do
Yeah.
anything with them. Yeah, maybe they can be used in a different illustration someday.
Uh-huh. Amazing. It's so funny. So, everyone tonight, I was like, I'm gonna do the Jeff Brain graphic novel showcase. And then this morning, Jeff was like, I got to post my work. I'm not going to be here. And I was like, I can't do it the night that he's not
No,
here.
yeah.
So we're not going to be looking at Jeff's work tonight, but I do want to show it because he posted the first work of the Derby tonight. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I was so stoked. It was awesome. And I saw it and I was like, oh, amazing. Nice. And then I was like, why is he posting so early? And I was like, damn it. Everything's canceled.
Like
Yeah.
figures.
Um, yeah, no, I love the archival process that artists really embrace, I think, when they do at least.
Hmm.
I mean, like that, I don't know. It is funny because then you see these estates where they're like, the artist was just like paying rent with them sometimes. You think of like, it wasn't like Basquiat would do that or
Even
was
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh would, yeah. and it was just like chaos. They were just throwing them everywhere. Yeah. Not I just mean like the organization wise. Like I think that's a little different, but I don't know. Yeah. Someone said looks like cell paintings in animation. Totally. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Ray? Maybe you're familiar with this, but where they sell those cell?
Oh yeah, I've
I've
bought
seen that
some for
too.
Have you
hand.
really,
Hmm.
I
Cassandra?
own some.
Really? What did you buy?
Oh, I got him like I got him a Wolverine one from the X-Men from the 90s cartoon.
Oh my
Hell yeah!
God.
Was it a good frame?
Because just for
Well,
the record, Cassandra didn't get me that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You made it sound like you got
Cassandra.
me that. I do not have. I do
And
not have.
then
For the
I
record.
got him a Skeletor from like the 80s He-Man.
Hell
Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Ray, what did you get?
Actually, I shouldn't say I purchased. I didn't. I was given a cell from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's another
Um,
one.
I'm eyeing a couple of cells that I want, but
Really?
from from the early Marvel cartoons in the
Okay.
90s.
Who's selling them?
Uh,
Just like
You can find
it's a
them.
whole bunch of places.
Yeah, they're
yeah,
all over the
yeah.
place.
No,
I
I was
remember
asking
asking
because
a guy.
I could tell like a third party company had purchased all the cells for like the Brave Little Toaster,
Uh-huh.
and they
Oh,
were just
Timmy,
trying to
it's
flip
much
them.
more.
Yeah,
We're talking like I asked this guy had SpongeBob SquarePants ones, and he said he found them in a storage unit.
yeah. For anybody who
Whoa.
doesn't have a clue what we're talking about, Ray, could you give like the quick, uh,
Yeah,
Spark Notes?
for sure. So before animated cartoons were done like photographed digitally, or done on a computer digitally, they were actually photographed pieces, individual pieces. Every frame was on a piece of acetate. And it's basically just like just transparent, thick, like thin plastic. It looks like a piece of paper, but it's just made out of plastic, right? And it's you can see right through it. And the cells were painted way back in the day. They were inked and painted on that acetate. And the reason why you wanted something clear is because you can overlay multiple cells on top of each other. So you could put a background behind it, or put two cells, so on and so forth. And that's how you would. And the camera that was in a specialized room was pointed straight down at it, at the cells. So there's thousands, hundreds of thousands
Yeah,
of
maybe
cells,
millions, right? Yeah.
millions. Yeah, I was thinking like I think they did a million drawings for a certain like an hour animation or something. I forgot what the stat was for. I used to know this.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of them out there, and they were really just thrown away. In the 20s, what they would do, they would actually reuse them. They'd wash out. They would clean them off, like clean off when the show was done, and then they would use it for the next show. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, so they're collector's items now, and they so it's not only just movies, it's you also have television series. So like, Beavis and Butthead, SpongeBob SquarePants, the original Pokemon. I'm sure there's cells for that. Dragon Ball Z. I'm trying to think of like just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so on and so
Any
forth. So
80s
X-Men,
cartoon,
and yeah,
90s.
yeah.
The one that I
Yeah.
just that I'm on like an advertiser list of just like get this guy to buy it is Brave Little Toaster. I mean, I've been getting hammered with it for like a year now.
To
Hmm.
incredible
Are
movie.
they valuable? Are they pretty expensive to get
No,
from the
I think
original?
that I mean in this particular scenario, no.
No, okay.
I'm sure some of them are.
Well,
There are valuable
well,
cells, so
Oh
I
yeah.
need to like,
yes, the
yeah.
drawings actually are way more valuable because the cells like aren't extremely archival. So you have to be really careful. Like the paint can crack off so easy
Yeah.
Or
because
you
of
destroy
it
them
being
right in the
painted on
second
That makes
plastic.
impact.
sense.
So like several of the animation cells actually I was able to get like drawings with it that include that you can kind of frame behind
Nice.
too. Yeah.
So they
Like they
actually have the
Wow.
drawing that they. So okay, so just
How much you pay for
to
shipping on
update.
that? Yeah.
So around the time of the Rescuers, if anybody remembers
Oh
that
hell
movie.
hmm
yeah. Rescuers Down Under?
So no,
Yeah.
No,
just
the
so that
first
was
one,
actually the first one. The Rescuers Down Under was
Oh,
actually the first digital Disney movie.
yeah.
But the original Rescuers actually they had that they had used instead of inking it, they were able to use this newfangled thing called the Xerox machine, and they were able to Xerox their a drawing onto a piece of acetate, so you wouldn't have to ink it. So then you would just then paint the back of it with this thing called cell vinyl, which is essentially like it's vinyl paints, but just think about it like almost like gouache. Um, and so it lays down really flat and matte, so it's easy to photograph. But the problem is, over time it becomes brittle, and a
Mhm.
cell is not exactly. They didn't frame them or back them with anything after they used them. They just sort of tossed them,
Yeah.
in a pile. So just the fact that Cassandra got the drawing with that is amazing, especially for those types
Yeah.
of shows which were done overseas.
hmm
The major parts of the animation were,
Yeah, they both came with like painted backgrounds too that were separate.
nice.
Ray, this is an animation question that I've got a feeling you might know. I've wondered it my whole
Yeah.
life. Is like, so when you're watching say I'm watching, somebody just mentioned, not somebody, Gary just mentioned 101 Dalmatians because they did the Xerox
Yeah.
thing. When I'm watching it, like, so I just got this like VHS player where my niece is watching. She was actually watching 101 Dalmatians a couple weeks ago, and there's like a scene where like a character is coming into a room, and let's say there's an object like a hammer that they're going to grab. There's a
Hmm.
visual element to it. It's either like more saturated or just like stands out where I can tell that character is going to that object or that object is going to move.
Yeah.
What is happening? Do you know?
It's just because it's instead of it being a sometimes it's a static image that's
Yeah.
behind it, or and other times it's a part of the background.
Okay.
Uh, and so depending on what's interactive or not,
Yeah.
they'll they'll photograph it like
It was a
with different
separate
a different
layer.
set of cells.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a completely separate layer. So that's why all of a sudden it pops up on
Yeah.
the top, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's like the layer where in the layer the cell is.
Okay.
Like you could only stack cells so much before you start casting shadows on each other. And that was a big issue with at Disney, them trying to figure that out to try because they were trying to get more depth in their pieces. Um, and so they knew there was like a theoretical limit that they can go. So that's what
I
you're
see.
seeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Side note, I think I wonder if Gary knows what the first. I think it might have been Robin Hood. Was the
Yeah.
first one, or Sword in the Stone? I'm not sure, or maybe
Robin
it
Hood
was
with the fox.
yeah, or maybe it wasn't 101 Dalmatians. One of them was the first one to use Xerox drawings, and that was a big thing because Disney was just financially cooked after they blew all that money on Fantasia, so they never really financially recovered around
It
that
also sped
time.
up the process so much.
It did, it did, and like by the time of Sword of the Stone, though, Cassandra, they actually were reusing animation, like reference animation from previous movies instead of like because they
Oh
would
yeah, you can
shoot
line up.
reference.
I feel like you can line up Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella like with their dance moves are the same. Like
Yeah,
they use the same movements but change to match the character design, but
yeah,
you
yep,
can
yep,
totally sync up the dance.
yeah.
Um.
There's a
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, what I was going to ask is pretty dumb. Continue.
No, yeah, no.
No,
Well, I was gonna
it's
say that another example would be Sword in the Stone. There's
yeah.
this Arthur skipping, and it's literally just Robin Hood mirrored, uh,
Okay.
The little
Wow.
and
bunny boy or Is that the one? One of those.
It's really funny because I know so many girls whose first crushes were the fox from Robin Hood.
He was cool. I'm a huge fan of Robin Hood. Like the
That and
character
Simba.
design.
Yeah.
Is this what you interrupted us with, Tim?
No, no, that I was gonna interrupt you with something even dumber. This is just that's just I thought that was appropriate, right? I thought this is my chance. I'm gonna throw in my little
Oh
thing.
man.
No, the thing I was gonna ask you, Ray, was I it's a thing that I haven't looked back into as an adult, but I remember in grade school constantly kids talking about the hidden frames in the Disney movies or the hidden frames in like basically any
Yeah, yeah.
cartoon,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and
Yeah. Yeah, man.
is that a very real thing? Is that a real thing?
Uh y-
Or is it people playing up a little thing that was like maybe happened once or twice and
I don't know. I mean, they were drawing on ones back in
yeah,
for those movies, especially like Aladdin and stuff. So that's
yeah.
24 drawings a second. I'm not saying that it was on purpose, but
What about Little
I'm sa-
Mermaid's Castle? Titan.
I,
Yeah, that's what I'm
I,
talking about. But Cassandra, that was like on the VHS cover. It was
I
crazy.
know.
like it doesn't make sense that they put it on the cover. It's not hidden
it's
at
just one of
all.
those there's this one in like Aladdin that's a really famous one,
Yeah.
and it's like,
I do love that we're not going to tell anybody what we're talking about.
yeah, you'll just look it up. Just
It's
look it
just
up on the
phallic.
internet.
It's just all, it's a
Hmm.
lot of phallic
Hmm.
stuff. Yeah.
But like, there's well, I
Yeah.
don't mind saying there's one that there's one in
Dig
Aladdin
in.
where
Dig
the
in. It's
like
good. Yeah.
that says it spells out the word sex on it,
But it
Yeah.
was
right?
actually like CSX, or it was like the production group's initials. I heard was what
Yeah,
it.
Oh.
but you would have like I spent a very limited time because I originally wanted to become an animator for those who don't know. So I studied animation. They saw that the whole way. There's no way. There's too many times that they would have to run through that for them not to see that. Like, guys, this looks like the word sex. They would have seen it in pencil test. They would have seen it in
Yeah.
passes. They would have seen it. And so I could totally see them leaving that in as like we was like, well, we could just say it's our initials, you
Hmm.
know, but like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things like you can't, if the moment somebody says like, oh, it kind of looks like the word sex on it, you can't unsee that sort of
Yeah.
thing. So I'm not saying that it's like always on purpose, but I'm saying that you'd have to be
You
pretty,
know what this feels like? This feels like
you have
the playing the
24
Beatles
opportunities to
record
spot it.
backwards.
Yeah, it does.
Sure.
I remember really believing in Cassandra when it was like told to me.
Oh,
But
totally. I mean, I was a kid when it was.
like as an adult, I'm like, you've got a money machine occurring, and then the people there back then they're being taken care of, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? This is your opportunity to go like fully punk rock. You're going Sid Vicious on this one.
I mean, I will say.
You're just like middle fingers to everybody. I'm gonna throw in some like nuke my own career frames just to see what happens.
It
Well,
is a
I'm just
lot of
saying, like
artists, though, like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
No,
so
yeah,
much
You
you're
had
totally
people.
right. I would say
you
that
had 20
I'm
you
sure
had
it happened.
24 you had 24 chances to spot that. Like it was there. Like just think of 1 second. That's 24 drawings. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. And
Well,
if
this is what
something's
I'll tell
three
people.
seconds, do
Yeah.
the math, on like
Mm.
how many drawings.
I'll, I'll just say this though, like I do editing, so pretty familiar with the frame by frame test because like whenever I've done anything that goes to a theater, you do a frame by frame test, you see problems like pretty quickly that like the human eye would not catch.
Yeah. And that's
Like
that's scrubbing through them right frame by
yeah,
frame. Imagine
you just do a
drawing
frame.
it.
Literally,
Imagine
you just do the
imagine drawing it.
slowest watch of the show ever. You know?
Yeah. Imagine drawing that with by
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Come on now. I like that. That'd be a new catchphrase, Ray. Come on now. That's good. Yeah.
But yeah, I
You
mean,
would have to like
huge fan
really
of,
Did
subtly
you work a
do it.
while in animation? Did you go into that
no,
further?
I studied it in I went to grad school for it for a semester, and I did like just classes or summer classes early on, but
Charlie,
I
yeah,
then switched to illustration right after. So
Charlie,
Oh,
I
okay.
never.
I should have folded you into this because you've directed animation before, correct?
I did, yeah, well, I made an animated film, a short film.
Oh,
Yeah,
duh. Yeah, and I've
not a
seen it. It's
feature.
awesome.
Yeah.
No.
And then I for a couple of years I got there's a place in Minneapolis that did animation back then, but it was digital. This was not cell animation. So for a couple of years I worked for this company in Minneapolis, but yeah, it was it was frame by frame animation, but not cell painting. We
Right.
didn't have that, but yeah, I always thought the cell painting stuff was so cool. Yeah,
Really,
so yeah, I did a
Ray
little bit of
couldn't
it,
do
but
any.
oh, sorry,
I was just going to
interrupted
say Ray couldn't do animation anymore. He kept getting busted for putting subliminal frames in.
you.
All that
I know.
all that phallic stuff.
He just couldn't help himself.
Yeah,
Enough with the castle.
yeah.
Yeah.
The castle.
He could barely teach with us. We're like, come on, man. Get a hold of yourself.
This is not what I want going out into the world,
All right,
clipped in
yeah,
a short.
straight into the straight to the vault. Straight is this one straight to the vault?
It's a vault.
Is
We
this
should have like a
a mid
cannon
sentence
sound, or
cut?
like a. Yeah, we
Yeah.
should have like a bank vault closing sound.
Yeah. No,
As
whenever
a
anything goes
jingle.
to the vault, if it gets out of the vault, you can tell it got out of the vault barely because when I edit these episodes, I put almost no effort into clipping the thing that belongs in the vault out. And so it'll just be middle of the sentence cut. And then the subject just
Close
totally
enough.
totally different subject. And you're like, I
Yeah.
wonder what happened.
No, it's all
Everybody,
good. What?
yeah. On the topic of the vault, start posting your work to get ready to post your work to Discord. We're doing it at the 50-minute mark of this hour. So please draw fast. Get ready.
Okay, so Charlie, as a director
Yeah.
who's directed animation, I mean, how? What do you think? Because
About
I
it,
think,
it's
yeah,
intentionally putting in.
yeah,
Ah, I I think it's so much effort to do to do that because, like you said, 24 frames a second. You know, I mean, I think someone could have done it, but I mean, I just wonder why you'd be that motivated to spend all that extra time and how hard animation is to
right.
throw something like that in there. I mean, I guess I don't think it's impossible, but I've never seen it. I mean, I've never seen anyone who would spend that
Yeah,
time to do it. But and also, I agree with you. I mean, like if it's there, people saw it because you look at
right.
that, you scrutinize it so closely that, and there's so many eyes on it that I would think, like you said, people would have seen it if there was something in there intentional. Yeah, I don't know. What
The rest,
do you think if there's any chance? I mean, I don't
I'm
think
like
one person
aligned with
could,
you
yeah,
100% right there. Like that is my official stance on it. Is your
yeah.
stance? So
You know what?
I
I'm
mean,
going
you're
to
just
be
my
devil's
witness.
advocate here. I'm going to say there's a lot of redundancy and long nights where maybe they got a little kooky because things were like a tight deadline. They're like, who's going to know? Who's going to know? Who's going to see?
I was
I
just
don't
gonna
think
say maybe.
all the times it happened, it didn't happen, but I think it definitely
Yeah, like I think you were saying when you were saying that the process is so brutal, it's like yeah, I know like it drives you mad about how
Yeah,
much work it takes to produce so little uh
yes.
you know end
That's what
product.
led me out of it. And I
Yeah.
don't know, did you hit that point too, where did you look at it and say, this is a maddening process? I mean, I think that it's a great process if you have that patience, but
Yeah.
I know for myself, I just was kind of like, enough's enough. I want to have finished work someday.
Yeah.
So
I think the honest truth is like I loved animation I mean, so much, and I found it like as like one of the greatest art forms, ever. And at the time, I saw myself as thinking, at first I really wanted to work for big studios, especially in 3D animation, like with Pixar and Lucas. And I, I, I found that the stuff that I would have loved to do would have been more along the independent route.
Mhm.
And I saw what I had to commit in order to do that, like the film festival route, and
Yeah.
like kind of basically what like people like Bill Plimpton was doing at the time, and the Spike and Mike festivals, and just traveling to all these sort of showing your stuff as much as possible so that you can get some distribution deal or
Yeah.
commercial stuff. So when I was going into 3D animation, I noticed that the training was so specialized that you literally didn't have time to learn the whole process of creating your own thing. And I think that really
Yeah.
bothered me because you didn't really truly you were at the whim of like technology at that point, right? It's like I knew how to animate in Maya, but that's it.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to do simulation was a whole thing. If you wanted to do backgrounds, a whole nother thing,
Mhm.
or so it was um I felt like a cog in the machine, and I didn't want that. I wanted more creative control over it. And at the
Mm.
time it wasn't something that was really encouraged because of just like it just
Yeah.
wasn't feasible.
Do you
Yeah. The
think that was some
pipeline
of the
is,
magic of Pixar when it came out? That like early Pixar, that it felt smaller.
No, well, that was that. I when I went to school, that's Pixar was at its height. It was like The Incredibles were coming out,
Yeah,
had came out already. I mean, like,
yeah,
and even then, I was learning like, no, 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 no. You want to do like if you're gonna be a character animator, you just have to worry about like your reel is everything. Doesn't matter about character design. No one cares
yeah.
about that stuff. You're talking about transfer of weight. Like everything's about this reel where you're just doing these exercises and perfecting them.
being a
Doing your
complete technician, right?
not
Yeah.
that,
No.
not that. Like they don't want you to
Oh,
be a complete technician. They want
oh,
you to be a
okay.
character animator. So like,
I see.
literally,
Like
your
you want to
reel
have
would
like
be
one skill that you're just like, this one segment of it so well, kind of thing. Is
yeah,
that what they would
yeah,
encourage?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like your reel would be like running, jumping, transfer of picking something heavy, and then like maybe
Hmm.
a 3 second short where you take a movie clip that's funny,
Yeah,
uh, with funny dialogue, and then you animate that dialogue. But like
Mhm.
what the characters read, it could be just some stock mannequin that you get. We had them, and in school, and everybody was using them because they were really easy to. It was already rigged. You don't have to learn about that, and so you would just you were an actor, and that
right.
was that was it, and which is awesome. But I just didn't. I wanted to do more than that, and I wasn't
Mm.
happy enough just focusing on that one thing. And um, not I'm not casting judgment on it at all. I think it's like an incredible art form. I just realized that I really like painting
Yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
more. So
Everybody, start posting your work now. Um,
It's interesting to hear that perspective. Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Tim.
no, you're not interrupting me at all. I proceed. Yeah.
But no, just interesting that perspective because yeah, it's difficult to make in an animation if to like do all the parts of it and make something that's like completely your vision. And not that that's necessary to make art, right? You can
hmm
have collaborative projects, but if you're interested in doing something that's completely yours, like a painting, like animation, it's a tough route to go, I think.
right.
Sounds like that's where is that a little bit of it too? Like wanting to say like
Yeah,
I have a vision, I want to like take this from start to end and have it be mine.
yeah, yeah, and that was very much like the my how I saw myself as an artist in my 20s. Now I'm a little bit more like I do work where I am a part of a process. I'm one step in a process.
Mhm.
And ultimately the artwork's not my own, and that's fine. I really like the collaborative notion of it. When I do a card for Magic the Gathering, um, I don't own the artwork. At the end of
Yeah,
the day, it's a work for hire contract, like all of them are, and I'm paid to solve a problem for them, and I'm happy to do it. But there's and I willfully accept like the distance that, between myself and the art. Like it's just it's a gig, it's fun, but in my 20s I wasn't really, I was really searching for, and I think a lot of people are when they're in school, they search for, like when they're studying something, they're looking for the thing that's going to help them express themselves, and they tie their
Yeah.
identity to that. And I thought, you know, how I thought that painting was going to solve that for me, or was going to give me that. And being, an illustrator. So,
Yeah.
but as everyone knows, like, what you want in your 20s is not what you want, later on, or even when you're
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah,
25 and you leave school, Um,
very true.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Very
Yeah,
true.
that hookah starts looking at you in the corner like maybe we didn't need to buy that.
Hookah on the bench.
Yeah,
Hookah on
maybe
the
that
bench.
bench.
On
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna sit my
bench
kid
I
on that
bought
bench and be like, when I bought this bench, I didn't realize that it was gonna be your college fund. But
it. Gonna
no,
be worth a lot more in 20
Yeah,
years though.
yeah, it'll
So
be worth
you
so much.
just resell it. And
Charlie, that's what I've been telling my whole family. Because every
I'm with
single
you
one of
on
them,
that one.
thank you, Charlie. Every single one of them comes in my house and they go, "What the hell is this?"
It's an investment.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
investment
This is my
in the
investment.
future.
Some people got into crypto. I'm into New York City subway benches
And
That's
safes.
awesome.
And
and,
they're just
and safes and trading cards, as long as they're the trading cards that I thought were going to be valuable when I was young, which are
Right.
entirely a Star Wars collectible thing that didn't take off. But yeah, no.
Would you get Shadows of the Empire? Was that what you got?
Yeah, Ray, you know what? I'll send you everything, and you could tell
You
me.
gotta send me. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to derail the show. So
Don't
it's
derail
just
the
like
show.
it's
Totally
it's
inappropriate,
chum in the
Ray.
water for me. It's
One
chum in the
time,
water
you know
for me.
what
I'm
we'll do
sorry.
is we'll do a. How about this? Would be fun. Is I have some unopened trading cards that were gifted to
You
me.
break them. Do a
Should we do
break.
some opening? Should we do some
Break.
openings on?
Like,
You know
I think
what?
they
I'll
call
save
them
it for
break
episode
him, right?
300. I'll save it for
The break.
300.
Yeah, live break.
No, yeah, more and more. I'm thinking, you know what, 300 should be about. We should just get as many of the core crew together and just have a huge gang. Right? That's what I'm thinking. It has nothing to do with how much easier that would be for me.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Um,
Uh,
are you guys ready to see some art?
always.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. This is the one I want to show because I was. Oh no. I mean, I want to show that one, but
Your
it
little
got all
screen is still there in the corner.
it got all jammed up right before I shared. Sorry, everybody. Close your eyes. Don't look. This is all the good stuff. This is the rewind. Um, don't trust this guy. He wants to derail all my ideas. Look what Jeff shared. Look
Wow.
at
wow,
Oh,
that's
that's
cooking.
really nice.
awesome.
That
That's
top
really
That is
nice.
row,
great.
Julian. I saw Julian was like, "Look at that top row." And I looked at it. And I was like, "Oh my god, I love it."
That's so
Yep.
cool, Jeff.
Jeff couldn't make it tonight, but boy, is he an important part of the community.
Hmm.
Love it.
It would have taken me forever to pull that off, and I don't think I would have been able to
Yeah,
let
and
guys
Jeff
get
had his team of 30 people do it in no time.
right.
All right, you guys ready to see this?
Great
What
Dude,
the
job.
1099s they had to send out.
good stuff,
Nice.
Meryl.
Nice
Nice.
work.
All
Cooking.
right, nice.
Oh, look at
Ooh,
that. Wow.
Terry.
Terry,
Wonderful movement there.
there
Nice,
you go,
Anne.
Ann.
Oh, I love
Oh,
Man,
that.
that's
nice, Jeff.
awesome.
That's really
Oh, I
nice.
That's
love
great.
how the feet break the shape. That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
Little texture shows up like kicking the dirt's kicking up.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Nice,
Oh man.
Those are great.
nice.
Really nice.
I
Great job.
love that. Look at the
Mhm.
face. Nice.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Honestly, it looks like a little Akira driver because I thought that was a sword. I was like, that's awesome.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Eric.
Wow. It's really
Beautiful.
nice light.
Yeah. No kidding.
Nice, Eric.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's
Good
awesome.
stuff. Good
Nice.
stuff.
Really good, Terry.
I don't know why I'm laughing about the Akira so much. It's like imagine if Otomo did a Derby movie, you know,
But yeah,
with
was
that.
that a bad?
He's
I guess I saw a sword and I was like, oh,
No, I
sword.
could totally
no
see.
no
Yeah.
yeah yeah.
Ooh, that's really
Uh,
nice.
You're so
That's
good.
cool,
Oh my
that's
Sean.
very
gosh, I
cool.
love that.
That's
That,
Wow.
yeah.
great.
That's awesome.
That's well done.
Dude, I
Beautiful.
should have done that. That's what I should have done.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
that's
nice.
beautiful line work. Great job.
Nice.
So fun. Yes. Ooh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Look at this.
It didn't send you back far.
Okay, did it?
Oh yeah, you're
I
good.
get
No, no,
You're
no. It
good.
was like
confused.
just like
Sometimes,
two. You're good.
sometimes I get confused,
Yeah.
Cassandra.
No, no,
And then I'm
you're
just like,
good. You're
where
good.
am I?
Karen, I love that. That's really nice. Oh,
That's
Marcy,
I was
great.
okay
yes.
when I first saw this. I was like, this has got to be the first Marcy painting without rosy cheeks, and I was like,
There they are. Love them.
It's amazing.
yeah, because I
Amazing.
was like, I wonder if the horses will have rosy cheeks.
It
They
wouldn't
do.
feel right if they didn't have their
Yeah,
roots.
they have to. Thank you,
Yeah,
Marcy.
it's
Very nice.
Love it.
See, another cornerstone member.
Oh, Sally, that's
Studio in the
lovely.
boonies.
Hey, congrats on the new studio.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is exciting.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's great.
Nice, Iris.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
Look at
Oh,
that.
Look at that. Who's
That's
so
that?
good.
good,
AJ.
That's
AJ.
really nice.
Yeah,
Love.
don't worry.
AJ,
Don't worry about who it is. Just keep scrolling to me.
not an important part of the
AJ, if
community
you're
at
still
all,
here,
but
you need to call me.
yeah, AJ, meh. Not.
Oh, yeah, and she posted her mom's website. That work is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, Illuminator.
Yeah. Oh, I was drooling over that website. That's a beautiful drawing, by the
Yeah,
way.
if anybody wants to know, go to our Discord, check it out. It's awesome. I was like,
Oh,
whoa.
nice.
Yeah. It's Elizabeth Lewis Scott.
Everyone in this family has amazing competition.
So good.
Oh, yeah.
Sherry,
Yeah,
thank you for
Thank
she's
sharing
God.
it. Virgie, love. Ooh, Julian.
Julian, dang.
Very
Oh,
cool.
that's
Wow. That is,
oh man.
gorgeous.
yeah,
You know what's nice about
that's
this one
really
is
impressive.
the reference didn't get posted till this morning, so our cheaters didn't get a heads up.
It's
and,
not
and so
technically cheating.
no, it's not cheating. We allow it. But in fact, if anybody's worried, I respect the cheaters more than anybody.
It's not cheating, but I respect you, cheaters.
I believe in it. I think it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Gary, those are
That's true.
Yeah,
amazing.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Too good. Oh, that's
I love
cool.
them. Whoops.
Really nice.
God, I just went to Elizabeth's website. It's like legit incredible
Good,
equestrian.
right? It's so
Oh
good.
my God.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
Yeah.
really awesome.
Robert, those are
Yeah,
beautiful.
Those are
amazing.
Great
beautiful.
movement.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
Andy,
Andy.
Andy.
Nice.
Wow, that's
Andy, you
nice.
got like a total vintage vibe. This feels very 1950s.
Yeah.
I
Love.
love this one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool.
Andy's really
Wow,
stepping it
Ooh,
up.
nice.
really nice, Michelle.
I love it. These
I
horses,
like
they're
the
all
color in
free.
that one.
They're all
That's,
free. I
yeah.
love it. Michelle, I'm behind you. No jockeys.
Cassandra, Andy's really stepped it up. She turned some stuff
Yeah.
in the other night that was killer.
What the
Ah,
hell?
I'm blown
Felicity's
away.
14?
Yeah. Yes.
That's,
Oh my
Felicity's
that's
God.
14.
impressive.
And that's a
What?
beautiful word, Felicity.
That, yeah, wow.
Pretty sure Felicity's
Oh,
not 14.
true. I love. That is
That's
fantastic.
great.
Nice.
Wow.
Great job, Anita.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for doing that, Gary. That's fun. You tell your students
Nice,
to
nice drawing.
give your
That's
students
cool.
extra credit if they tune in to Drawing Hive. Do it.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I love that. That's
Oh,
so much fun.
Ooh,
He's a
Randy.
bit of a
yeah,
Yeah.
prospector,
that's
but
nice. Nice, Randy. That is
Beautiful.
Nice.
acrylic gouache.
I'm
Wow.
Nice,
being,
Randy.
you
Oh,
know it's a
that's
good night because
awesome.
there's a ton of comments.
Great lean in that,
Yeah.
Cora. Good movement for it. Love.
Oh boy.
Great job, Lee.
Wow.
Wow.
All
That's
Wow.
it
right.
incomplete.
That
Look at
is
that.
that's I
Dang.
He's
was
just
afraid
waiting
to
for us
take that
to
one
approve
on.
the
That's like
finish.
that's so yeah,
That's
all
done.
those horses.
Right.
Wow. That is like
Yeah.
that is a
Julian,
I'll
that's
tell you what,
awesome
Julian,
drawing.
fantastic.
you should insure that for market price. I agree.
Yeah.
It's good. That's good. Insure it. Do it.
Yeah.
You should do it. Okay, good stuff,
That's
Terry.
looking good, Terry.
Look at that.
Ooh, that
Oh,
the motion in
Oh
this
man,
one
I don't
is
think we've ever
Wow.
ended the night on an AJ painting, but what a night
that's
to do
a
it. This is a good
that
one.
is
Killer
good,
AJ.
killer.
All right, this is a good one to end on.
That is
so
beautiful.
good.
I've got two ideas right now for next week. Next week's drawing hive. And audience, really quickly vote on it in the chat. And we could come up with a third one, but I was thinking, obviously, okay, we got Euphoria, and then this is the dicey one. So Euphoria is the safe one. It's just a popular memeable thing. But the other one, it's not something maybe everybody will like the taste of, which is I think we should do. We've never drawn people that we don't like, right? Everyone would agree.
I have.
No, but like every illustrator had.
In
John,
my
you're totally
life,
right.
yeah.
Like everybody has. Totally, right, John?
Yeah.
So I was like, so why can't we step into that arena? And so I was like, what if we do tech jerks? We just do
Tech jerks.
tech
Okay.
jerks. Yeah.
Ah,
So
Well, when you
you
say it like that, John, I don't know. You know.
No, Ray, I thought we were going to get a bunch of drawings of Dale.
yeah. So we're gonna draw Dale next week. No, so tech
Did-
jerks. Okay, the paintings, the drawings will not be no, don't celebrate them. Of course, the episode's called "Don't Tech Jerks." I'm not celebrating them, Gary. Give me a break. No, so we're gonna get ridiculous photos of them and draw them, or we just do Euphoria and we make all of you happy. So, all right. Apparently, it's a terrible idea.
We ended on a beautiful
I like the
AJ
idea.
painting.
John, are you behind it? If John's
Yeah,
behind
I have
it, we're
drawn so
doing it.
many people I don't like, and
Oh
I feel like
my
you're setting
God.
us up for a full rant episode. Is that like what you're
Yeah,
looking for? Because that's what you're gonna get.
No, that's a risk. You
John.
pointed out a good thing,
John.
Cassandra. Cassandra, once again, you're 20 steps ahead of all of us.
Yeah. This don't. I think John's being a hardcore enabler right now. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe John's got a head
I also
cold,
think
but
Widow's
Well,
Bay could have some
Oh,
cool
somebody get a good
reference.
one. Famous moms. I like it. Julian, Tech Jerks. Okay, it's between famous moms and Tech Jerks. I don't know. Either way, wait.
well, I think there's a vote for benches.
There is one vote for benches,
It was, yeah.
which
They
felt like
Yeah.
a stab in the heart to me. But all right,
Agreed bench. I got 2 votes here.
Yeah,
Uh,
famous moms. I think
Famous
famous moms is
moms.
gonna win. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
that was
Charlie,
great.
that was
You
a
guys are
really
the
fun
best.
time.
that
It
was
was so
Charlie,
good to have you
Ray,
back, Charlie.
Cassandra,
Yeah,
thanks for joining us.
Thank
Man, what a good
y'all.
Yeah.
Have
Fun
a
time,
great
everybody.
week.
See you,
Thanks a
everybody.
lot.
Buckle
That's
up. We'll see
killer,
you next week.
Cassandra.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff.